Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door has just been announced to be getting the HD treatment on Switch, and as good as the original was, there's so much that can be done going back to this game. I've compiled a small wish list of 10 things I'd love to see in the 2024 re-release, and I'm gonna do this without spoiling, so if you haven't played, don't worry. Here's 10 wishes for the Switch remake of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Number 10, bring back spin. For the people who went straight from Paper Mario 64 to Thousand Year Door, this was a pretty common complaint back in the day that they got rid of spinning, a move Mario could do while walking that slightly increased your distance. I don't really know how to compare this. I think it would be like playing Majora's Mask and realizing you can't roll. And as a result, the movement in the game feels a bit slower. Now, they did try to make up for it with the Yoshi partner that you can ride, but you don't get him until a few chapters into the game, and of course, you have to have him out and equipped. So spin to win, please. And coming off faster ways to travel with number 9, how about fast travel? Like the other games, there are pipes in Paper Mario that allow you to fast travel between areas, but when you get to chapters like 4 and oh my god, chapter 7, it's not enough. I think just a way to simply fast travel would make these sections of the game much less of a slog, but if you're not gonna do that, we could at least use some more pipes like at the creepy steeple. Or maybe just some kind of spell that warps General White right next to me. That would be cool. Number 8, and this one might just be me, I want to see GameCube controller support. A lot of the special attacks action commands that have become muscle memory are much better fit for a GameCube controller than say Joy-Cons or a Pro controller. That's not to say that I can't see some amazing spots where Joy-Cons would work, but I just hope this doesn't become instant USB controller when plugged in. Number 7, let us skip it, please. It was funny the first time, but I don't like replaying this part of the game. Number 6, old partners. Did you know Gaming has mentioned that the old partners from 64 were planned for an appearance in Thousand Year Door, but they were scrapped for whatever reason. So if they're just gonna skip over the first game entirely within the remake schedule, why not realize that dream that once was, or better yet, number 5, how about new partners? When I first played this game, I thought it was so damn cool because they had, of all things, Piantas. And I was like, oh, I can't wait till I get one in my party. I guess this is a spoiler, it never happens. Let's run it back, Nintendo. Let me get the Chuckster in my party, and then we can knock out both new partners and fast travel in one go. Number 4, extra side adventure. This is a bit of a big ask, but not really when you think about how the Mario and Luigi remakes had their extra side modes on the 3DS. I feel like most remakes or enhanced ports these days often come with some sort of extra dungeon or side quests, and people have long been fascinated by Luigi and his stories of the Waffle Kingdom. This could work, given the details of the story. It would be kinda silly and maybe not the best RPG, but in a game where you already have Princess Peach stealth segments and Bowser platforming, I don't think this would be super out of place. Number 3, harder difficulty and or better balancing. Don't get me wrong, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door is a well-done challenge, but for the people who have a solid grasp of the game, the special attacks and badges can make it paper easy. So more difficulty options would be nice, even easier ones to make the game more accessible. Although I still dread the final boss on any difficulty, and the Pit of 100. Yeah, never mind, I take it back. Number 2, localization / censorship. Very specifically with this character. Now, I promised I wouldn't spoil, and I don't really consider this much of a spoiler, but skip ahead if you'd like. So this character is named Vivian. She's a part of the Shadow Sirens, which is a group of antagonist Mario fights, but what's important is the question of her pronouns. In Japan and other regions, she has dialogue that references her having been male, but in the North American version of the game, all of these references were removed. So I'm extremely curious to see if Nintendo is going to do this again, whether they'll just come out with a worldwide canon or try and alter the lore for specific regions, especially with how many see Vivian as a trans icon. And on a deeper level, they just say tons of stuff in this game that I do think Nintendo would question whether or not they wanted to reshine 20 years later. It'll be interesting to see what makes it and what is changed. But finally, number 1, the thing that I want most from the Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door remake, I want this game to sell better than Origami King. In fact, I basically need it to. So if you're watching this, do the Paper Mario fandom a favor and buy Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Let's send Nintendo and Intelligent Systems a message that we love funny dialogue, partners, experience points, and all the little pieces of this goofy, killer, one-of-a-kind JRPG.